back to the Hit Squad. Chad Range, Jesse Finney, the man behind the camera, Kevin Fowler. He's sporting the Cardinals jersey.
Yes,
I like
he
it.
is.
You got to like that. This segment brought to you by Metrogistics. Hey, I know I'm always, pimping out Metrogistics, the best transporter, the best this, the best that. I just wanted to mention we just had a fundraiser and raised over $19,000. It was a Monster Mash fundraiser. Raised over $19,000 to give to 3 different charities, 2 here in St. Louis, 1 up in Detroit because we have a hub up in Detroit. And I just think it's worth mentioning that this is a business that's doing very well, and Metro gives back is their theme. They give back to the community, and I just wanted to give a little shout out there.
They do a great job, man. They're first-class guys. They run a first-class operation. I've actually shipped my wife's car from California to St. Louis. No issues. It was first class, on time. Everything was perfect, and it wasn't like some of the others out there. I can tell you this. I would actually highly recommend Metrogistics. Yes, they are a sponsor, but yes, I have used them, and yes, I used them when they were not a sponsor.
Absolutely. I tell you what, that's where most of our business comes from. It's word of mouth, and I think that says a lot.
Absolutely, especially in the St. Louis marketplace right here, man. So you know what? Support local. Do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, and I will tell you, we talked about it. You get what you pay for. We're definitely not the cheapest out there. I'm not going to sell that, but is what I can tell you, we have the best customer service. You can call us on a Friday night, and you'll get somebody. You try to call a couple other trucking companies out there on a Friday, Saturday, you're not going to get anybody. And customer always comes first. They're innovative, first iPhone app to ever be in the trucking industry when it comes to car hauling. So they're forward thinking, and hey, once again, they give back to the community. Tell you what, giving back to the community is something Shamrock Fighting Championships has done for a while, giving the community great fights, and it's not going to be any different. We have things going on December 7th, November 1st, November 16th is a big one. We'll be mentioning that. But first, we want to kind of talk about the guns and hoses. And you want to talk about giving to the community right there. The firefighters and the police officers. I know Shamrock Fighting Championships has kind of been brought in. It used to just be boxing.
Right.
But now, as with the times and with the way things are going, it's going to be
a little change, but it's all good. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? A lot of the MMA guys are big boxing fans of the guns and hoses. A lot of boxing or MMA fans are boxing or MMA. So you know what? We decided we've partnered with Guns and Hoses this year. We're actually going to start bringing mixed martial arts to the Scott Trade Center the night before Thanksgiving, and it's been I think it's 27 years they're going on. And I tell you what, it's an honor for us to be part of Shamrock, the Shamrock family, to be part of the Guns and Hoses family. And I got to tell you something, man. It's going to be an awesome, awesome night. 100% goes back to the Backstoppers, the fallen police and fire. You know what? Get out, support it. It's during the holidays. Listen, we're doing this for free. You know what? You come support it. It's It's a great cause. $10, man. $10 to get
tickets,
in.
And you're going to see a good. I mean,
it's going to be
firefighters
awesome. And fire. It's an amateur deal.
Down,
it's an amateur
baby,
deal. It's not like but you know what? It's not. This isn't just a hardcore fight fans. You know what? These are people that actually want to get back to the community. If you want to come out and support us, we're going to be there. You know, we're excited to be on November the 27th at the Guns and Hoses.
And like you said, right around the holiday season, what better way to show support for your community?
Get out, have some drinks, and go eat turkey and everything else the next day.
Absolutely. These are the first responders. The money does go to their families of fallen cops and firefighters. Absolutely. And what better event, I tell you. Well, on November 1st, before then, obviously, it's going to be happening in Kansas City. Shamrock Fighting Championships will be at Harris Casino. And the women really making a mark on that one.
Oh, it's going to be awesome. November 1st, next Friday night, at Harris Casino up in Kansas City. Make a road trip. Come see us. We're going to be up there at Harris Casino November the 1st.
Tell you what, you might, I don't know if the Chiefs are in town, but wow, you can make a weekend out of that.
You know who's winning all this? The state of Missouri with tax dollars.
That's exactly right. That's good stuff for the state of Missouri. And
Cardinals.
You like, yeah. I tell you what, I have a friend who owns a little watering hole, and he said during those playoff games, it is wall-to-wall people. Good job, Redbirds. Way to keep it going.
Keep us rolling, buddy.
Tell you what, you want to see someone who's keeping it going, Tyrone Woodley. November 16th. He's going to be fighting. We're going to be talking to him next week, too. You'll want to tune into that. November 16th, he's fighting. I tell you what, this is a good...
this is a good test for Tyron. You know what? I mean, you're not going to out-wrestle Tyron, but you say, oh, maybe Josh Koscheck can out-wrestle Tyron. Well, you know what? He might be able to out-wrestle him maybe in a wrestling match, but this is called mixed martial arts. I mean, I would like to see how Tyron's going to do when he puts his hand on Josh Koscheck, and we'll find out that next week.
Absolutely. We'll be talking to him, see what he feels. And you already said, I mean, here we are. It is well over a month before December 7th, but those tickets are flying off the shelf.
Shamrock Fighting Championships.
River City,
December 7th. I tell you what, there's not a better venue in St. Louis. First class all the way, LED screens. I mean, there's no other which way to say it's first class. December 7th, get your tickets at Ticketmaster. Listen, there's under 200 tickets left as we speak. Go get them.
And tell you what, we have, that just perfectly segues into our questions from some fans. We got some emails we're going to tackle here. Bob from Melville. Now, how has Shamrock Fighting Championship succeeded where so many other promotion companies have gone under?
Well, I touched on this a little bit earlier, actually. You know what? The reason I feel like Shamrock has done so well is because it's a business. We have guys in work every single day. It's called payroll. You know, we don't just have guys that want to do this as a hobby on the weekend and throw a show together here or there, or guys that are, you know, I don't know, gas station owners, and then they have this, and then they have that. I mean, this is what we do for a living, okay? This is what we do on an everyday basis. I can guarantee you, Shamrock, you're not going to outwork us. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. I tell you what, it's only going to get better for the MMA fans in St. Louis.
Well, Sarah from North County wants to know, when's the UFC coming to St. Louis? And then on top of that, what girls out of St. Louis might be making it to the UFC, if any?
Well, I got to tell you, I get this question all the time. When's the UFC going to be in St. Louis? When's the UFC going to be in St. Louis? Well, there's been some issues with the UFC, the owners of the UFC, and some people in the past, and hopefully they're getting over those. And I think that the UFC will be in St. Louis in 2014. I think you're going to hear something here within the next 4 to 6 months.
You want to keep it here.
Let me just say this. It's being worked on as we speak.
So that's possible. And is there any women that are making a little mark coming out of St. Louis that we should be watching?
You know, we just had a girl, Tanya Evinger, that actually was in the Ultimate Fighter. So, I mean, she tried out for the Ultimate Fighter. She fought on the show. She actually lost, but they keep saying they want to have her back. So, you know what, Tanya Evinger, I mean, it'll be interesting. There's a 135. It's only the 135 weight class. So, you know, I think as of right now, I think Tanya's probably got the best shot at the 135 weight class.
And the women in the UFC is so new. I have a feeling as time goes on, you'll begin to see more and more coming out of the St. Louis area. Kevin from Brentwood, he says, what is the first step to getting in shape?
Oh, get your diet under control.
That's what I was going to say. You don't even have to work out. I've had guys say, you know, hey, I watched what I ate and I lost 10 pounds over the last month. And I think that's where you start feeling better, and then once from there, okay, I'm going to start working out.
Right. I highly recommend, number one, is getting your diet under control, drinking it. I mean, I drink 2 gallons of water a day. I mean, that's flushing your system out, keeping yourself hydrated, and keep yourself clean. You know what? Stay off the soda, cut on the sodiums, and then from there, you know what? Do your research. You know what? If you want to get into some good gyms, I highly recommend checking out some boxing gyms just to get in shape, kickboxing gyms, mixed martial arts. Not everyone has to fight. You can go to your local health club, but no matter what, man, listen. You know what? Get yourself in shape. Live for your kids. You know what? Get yourself there. Do what you got to do.
I think a big problem that people would have, well, I don't want to get hit.
Well, you don't get hit in a lot of the kickboxing classes is, you know, I own Finney'sMMA.com. Our classes, 95% of the people are not fighters. They come in there, hit pads, get in shape, learn self-defense, learn confidence. I mean, it's more about like things like that than just getting hit. I mean, and I highly recommend you get your kids into it. I really do. Get your kids into it. You know, it's all about attitude, discipline, and respect for your kids. Teach them early, teach them long.
Absolutely. We thank you guys for the questions. As always, we want to hear from you either on Facebook or Twitter, and that's all good stuff.
All good stuff, man. I mean, listen, you know what? Let's continue the emails, continue the Facebook, the Twitter, and we look forward to it.
You gotta be kidding me.
All right, now it's that time we've all been waiting for, the you've gotta be kidding me. The what in the world's going on in the world of mixed martial arts, and I'm gonna start this off. And this isn't a bad one. The last few I've had were, you know, it's bad stuff. We got like the transgender girl getting knocked out. This one's not, but you gotta be kidding me. Chael Sonnen's back on the Ultimate Fighter. This time, it's happening in Brazil. And Chael loves...
Trying to get the man killed.
Chael loves the limelight. You give him a microphone, a spotlight, and here comes Chael, I can guarantee you. That guy will not hang it up. That guy loves to hear himself talking. I'm a huge Chael Sonnen fan.
I am
You
too.
gotta be kidding me. Him and Wanderlei Silva, they're gonna be fighting. I'm excited for that fight too. You know,
Which one? Maybe on the show or before the show or on the show or after
do you
the
think
show?
there's gonna be a little Chael? But you gotta be kidding me. Chael's back in the limelight.
I like it.
I do too.
Mine is Big Nog says that Paul Harris is a man of character. Really? He's a man of character. The man's cranking on everybody's knee. He's cranking on everybody's ankles, cranking everybody's footlocks.
On steroids.
No, he's running out of his gore, okay? And he's a man of character. You've got to be kidding me, man. Are you serious? Listen, he might be a man of character out of the cage, but in the cage, he's a piece of
Nobody wants him.
Nobody wants him, and there's a reason for it. You know what? The guy he's a lunatic in the cage. You know, get rid of the man. Ban him from mixed martial arts.
I think he is, because I'm piggybacking off yours. He went to Bellator, and Bellator said, "We don't want you."
You gotta be kidding me.
That is what Bellator said to Harris. You gotta be kidding me. I don't want you. And that's what I gotta say. Nobody does want this guy. This guy's gonna be flipping burgers. I mean, or I don't know, what's this guy do? Where does this guy go? I'll be interested to see. You gotta be kidding me. What's the next job for Polaris?
You know, here's what they say. They open up, they send a big email to a bunch of gym owners. And this is a true story. I get this email this week and it says, Paul Harris is wanting to do a super match out in California, a grappling match. Are you kidding me?
You gotta
you gotta be kidding me. Are you kidding me? Whoever sent me this email? Like, really? So you're gonna pay $1,000 to some guy to come grapple him? What?
You'll walk.
What's your dededucble?
You'll walk
on
with
your
a limp.
insurance.
Yeah, that's right. You'll walk with a limp for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But boy,
you gotta be kidding me.
Unreal. Yeah, that is. Yeah, that guy.
Roy Nelson. You're not impressed with Daniel Cormier. Are you talking at Old Country Buffet? Are you talking about his hairstyle? Because I can tell you this, it can't be about him and his fighting style. Because he just kicked your butt, okay? And I'm not impressed with him. Well, then who are you impressed with? Okay, because listen, you know who else isn't impressed with you? You is Great Clips. Okay, listen, get a haircut, work on fighting, and quit trying to make the headlines, man, because listen, your fighting career is going like this. Okay, it really has been. And then to come out and say, well, I'm not impressed with a guy that just ended up beating me. What's that say about yourself?
Yeah, can't be impressed. I like it. You got to be kidding me. He wasn't impressed because Cormier's now has to watch his weight, so he wasn't impressed with the damage he did at the buffet line.
Right.
Well, you got to be kidding me. Always a good time. Hey, we want to hear from you. Hit us up on Twitter if you have something that you're thinking, you got to be kidding me. Let me and Jesse know. We'll put it on. But quick thoughts. We'll touch on them the last. But let's start with, we'll go kind of worst to best here. The St. Louis Rams. Did you or did you not want Tim Tebow?
No, I didn't want Tim.
You didn't?
No.
I did.
Well, it's because you don't know enough about football then.
You
love the media. Loves the hype. That's just personally. I didn't want him.
I understand why they didn't want him, but I'm telling you right now, it would have made the Rams relevant. I'm not saying he's a good quarterback. I get that. But I'm telling you, I'd rather have Tim Tebow than Brady Quinn or David Carr. Or, I mean, who else? Yeah, I mean, you look like you might be able to go sling the rock a little bit. Why don't you put some pads on? You may be in the running. But, yeah, it's a shame Sam Bradford went down. Wanted to kind of see how he progressed through the season.
I hope Kevin Clemens pulls it together, man. I hope that he can do something with it. Give the man the opportunity. You never know. And you know what? I think there's a lot of good second-string quarterbacks out there that don't ever get the opportunity.
I tell you what, the Casey Keenum.
Let's see what happens, man.
The Casey Keenum, the guy for the Texans, he was a hell of a quarterback at Houston in college. Tell you what, he went out there and played very well. You have to think that there are people. I mean, Kurt Warner is a guy who came from that.
Right.
Kurt Warner said he's maybe interested on Twitter, I heard. I heard Brett Favre's in the best shape of his life. You got to be kidding me, Brett Favre. No, I can't do that anymore. So, yeah, it's a shame what happened to the Rams. And like you said, maybe Kellen Clement can.
I give the man the opportunity and don't bring in Tim Tebow to go behind him. Then all of a sudden,
I agree. He was on the team for a reason. It should be his opportunity. St. Louis Blues, baby.
Rolling, boys. Keep it rolling.
On the right direction there. I'm excited to see that.
It's gonna be a hell of a season for the Blues.
It is.
They got some. From all the way down. All the way. You know what? And I want to throw a shout out here. I can't stand. Never mind. Just kidding. The Mizzou Tigers. 7-0,
how about that?
5,
Yeah, they're not even on here. Mizzou Tigers. Hats off to them. You got to be kidding me.
Man.
Yeah, knocking around SEC teams and now number 5 in the country.
Georgia, Florida.
Unreal.
I mean, really, it's like
South Carolina. That's the next. How about those Mizzou Tigers? And of course. Red October continues. My thoughts on the St. Louis Cardinals is I think we got them edged in the pitching. We owe Boston, by the way. Everybody here knows
Absolutely.
that. We owe. I think we got the upper hand when it comes to starting pitching and as well as the bullpen.
I do too.
But offensively, Matt Carpenter. That's the key to the series, I believe. I think the St. Louis Cardinals go with him. He beat Clayton Kershaw and opened up the floodgates with that 11-pitch at-bat that led to a double. Matt Carpenter is my catalyst. The X factor.
I think Matt Carpenter is your catalyst, and I think he's the catalyst of this team. I think when Matt Carpenter goes, the Cardinals go. And I got to tell you something. If we can get what we know we can get out of Adam Wainwright, listen, I'm good with it. If Michael Walker continues to do what he's doing, we're rolling, boys. So I tell you what, I'd take our top 4. I'd take our top 5 against anybody right now. The bullpen strong, and who I think is going to actually win this whole series for us is Yadier Molina. Watch so the boys can't steal on you, Yadi. You know what? That's what the Boston Red Sox do. You know what? They're not going to run on Yadier Molina.
You had a good point, too. With 4 games, maybe, being in Boston, hopefully not. Hopefully we take care of business before then. Pete Kozma.
Pete Kozma, I said I think Pete Kozma is going to get a lot better pitching. He's going to see a lot of good pitches because he's got Matt Carpenter sitting right behind him. So maybe he's going to, he'll come up with the stick, not just the glove. So if he's going to be seeing a lot better pitches here right now, man, because you know what? You got Matt Carpenter on deck. They want to try to get to Pete Kozma before they got to get to Carpenter. So it'll be interesting.
It will be interesting. Something else I'll put you on the spot a little bit. Does Alan Craig go into the 4-hole when he's DHing?
No, I don't put him into the 4-hole, but I dedefinitely keep him in the top 5.
Keep him in the top 5.
And I'm not saying I wouldn't. Maybe top 4, but I'd probably hit him, in the top 5 regardless.
But
who am I? I mean, look at Mike Matheny, man. I mean, that guy has made every right move there is.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that guy doesn't get any.
Second-year manager too. On top of that,
you know what? People aren't talking. Last year, man, he was 1 game away from the World Series.
No, that's what people do forget. And I mean, I have a friend who I just don't know. And I said, man, that guy in his first year ended up 1 game away from going to the series. So you can't fault him. I will tell you something about Alan Craig. I feel like he's just one of those guys who you could wake him up at 4 a.m. and go, hey, let's go hit, and the guy would be a stick. And he's clutch. He proved that in the last World Series, coming up with huge pinch hit home runs. And I'm excited to have him back.
I am too, man. And you know what? You talk about the Cardinals. They're built as an American League team. You look at their top 8 players, when then John Jay's in the lineup, or even Sugar Shane. You know what? Listen, look at those top 8. And you're going to try to tell me, you give me another better top 8 as a hitting team. Okay. Defensively, are they the best in the world? No, but they're very damn solid.
No, yeah, absolutely. And that's a great point. I like Sugar Shane.
I do too.
Little guy, best college baseball player coming out of Florida State. And I tell you what, he's producing when it matters the most.
The boys, he can hit, man. That's just the bottom line.
Absolutely. And like I said, I'm happy Craig's back. And hey, let's do it, Cardinals. We owe them a sweep. Let's just sweep them out, make it easy, and we can enjoy the rest of the year.
I want to start off with starting tonight, which is Wednesday. All right. Hopefully our producer, Kevin Fowler, will get this out right away.
Oh, he will. I have no problem in that. He's the man. He's got his jersey on. He's Kevin Fowler, of course. I'm Chad Range, Jesse Finney. This has been the Hit Squad. You're watching 101 Sports. Thanks for coming out.